Welcome back to Messages from Earth. This is a podcast that was created during the quarantine in 2020. These are 27 individual phone calls that were made asking the same question to everyone and put together in a way that made this feel as if we're all in one space, we're all connected during this time of self-isolation. Some of the phone calls do sound like someone is calling from space, so just listen in closely. Today's question is, are there any aspects of life that are beyond our perception and understanding? So things as humans that we don't fully have understanding of?
Definitely. The current situation can be a really good example. We don't understand everything that is going on right now. We don't know how it's gonna go. We only know that it is, and we have to fight it. So I think that space and time and nature and humanity, we can explain how it came to be, but why it came to be, we cannot.
Absolutely. We know so little about the ever-expanding universe, so that's one huge thing that we can't fully perceive or understand. And that's just from a physical perspective. I'm sure that we can all attest to situations working out in a way we didn't understand or we didn't plan. And also, life goes on and things work out without us even perceiving how or sometimes understanding how.
The thing is, human nature entails that we try to impose our will on the planet, and we like to think that we know everything. The more knowledge you acquire, the more you realize you don't know. When I was growing up in my kind of early teens and my formative years, I honestly felt like I knew it all. I just kind of clicked in my head and thought, we know nothing. We don't know beyond my senses, what I can see, what I can touch, feel, smell. Yeah. I don't know. We could all have our own individual version of reality. I don't know anything beyond what I know. You know what I mean? So it's only gods that truly know. I believe all aspects of life are beyond our perception and understanding.
Most of life is like that. I mean, we apply meaning to things, and that's important. But I think there's a lot that we have yet to discover. I think even science proves that there's just so much out there that we don't understand. Maybe we won't ever fully understand. But I think that the point of life is to try to understand it and try to perceive it. All aspects of life have that, but I think it's the human prerogative to try and understand it just a little bit better, even if we can't fully understand it now.
This whole corona thing has stopped people from working, and it's all a bit mad right now, yeah? And it's look how everything is just stopped, man. I always used to think to myself, why is everything so, to a sense, in harmony? Why is there not, chaos? Why are people not doing, random weird stuff? What is this, hidden, curriculum that kind of keeps us all in check, if you know what I mean? I know people are out here breaking the law and that, but I mean, why am I not seeing, looking out my window and just seeing, a dude, running, screaming down my street like a maniac, man? We don't get it, man. We're not supposed to get it. Stop looking for the answers, man, and stop questioning everything. Sometimes just let it be.
Absolutely, I agree. That's kind of made me think now of something that's beyond our perception and understanding. I was asked a question before, would you rather have no one turn up at your wedding or no one turn up at your funeral? At first, I was kind of no one turn up at my funeral. That's just the grimmest thing. You've lived your life and no one cares about it. But then I've had another thought that if you're dead, then why does it matter? It's a circle of life, but no one's ever really prepared for it. I think that's one that I always think of.
Yeah, I think there's so much that we don't understand, so much we're never going to understand. It's hard to explain that one, but definitely.
I think it will take forever. There's always room for knowledge.
Yes, definitely. I guess that's why we keep wanting to find it or find something.
Maybe. I think they are. I mean, we don't know what's outside of this earth. I think there's definitely more, for sure. There's definitely more.
we all want to understand aspects of life that we can never ever understand. We see things from our perspective. Anything beyond that, we cannot. So because we cannot see the future, we can never understand the future. Because we cannot see why we are going through certain situations, certain hardships, why people die. Sometimes just live life without having to worry about what's coming tomorrow. Because life is only what you make it, like Hannah Montana sang, That's what you make it, so let's make it rock. Right? That's Hannah Montana.
Yeah, I think so, actually, because a big question that people ask is, why does God allow suffering? And I think that question is something that, there are certain aspects of that question that are beyond our perception and understanding. So, yeah, there's a lot of aspects, but that's just one that comes to mind.
Yeah, I think there are lots of them. Sometimes you work hard for something and you do a lot of things and then you don't understand why things goes wrong. I do that sometimes. I'm just like, oh, I want this, I want that. Like, I want to reach this, I want to become this. And after sometimes you realize, oh, actually that thing happened like that. And actually it was better for me.
Yeah, I think 100%. We can only really experience life through our senses. What's actually in front of us, what we can see. There could be ways that we can't see the world in a way that we don't really realize. We can't understand the world the way someone is living in Australia compared to the UK.
I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in God the Father. I believe in the Holy Spirit. I believe in devils and angels. I believe there's spiritual warfare going on, which we can't see, which no less includes us.
I think energy is the biggest thing. Non-verbal communication, how your presence affects the world and affects... I'm a big believer in energy, in terms of living on different frequencies, in terms of whether you see it as Mother Nature, Mother Earth, and so on and so forth. The fruits of that has to go somewhere. For me, I feel like a large portion of human interaction is on an energetic level that we don't understand.
How are we able to comprehend this universe? It doesn't matter how much science has achieved to develop these aeroplanes and all that, but if you compare that to the vastness and the majesty of the universe out there, we are nothing but mere ants, nothing but grains of sand compared to that.
I think there are. I think there have been times in my life where I have not been able to understand or perceive very simple things that other people can. I think as far as human understanding, I think there's a lot. I just couldn't really phrase how much there is because I think it's completely unknown.
Yeah, but I couldn't pinpoint them, I don't think. I feel like we really don't understand babies. And also, when you get old and your life is literally almost over, and you just look back and just regret stuff that you didn't do. But I feel like you can understand that though, so that you can't. But babies wise, I feel like there's still stuff about them that we will never get because we can't go back to that stage.
Everything in this life here is a lot of the media, everything is just false pretenses. Everybody's just pretending, and life isn't like that at all. There's going to be hardships, and not everything's glitz and glamour. There's a lot of pain behind everything.
I guess the whole battle between kind of good and evil, why people are bad and why some people are good, and the whole thing of why people suffer or something like that. Yeah. I think those are beyond our understanding. And the universe, I think understanding the universe, I think that's beyond us.
Well, there's so much that we don't understand and want to, and that's where a bit of faith comes in. I understand less than I thought I did at 17. But then again, as a 17-year-old, I thought I knew everything. Now I'm 28 and looking and going, I don't understand this or that or that. I think that's the time where you can actually just start to go, okay, it's all right to not comprehend. It's all right to not understand.
I think it's everything, really. I believe in God. And I feel like with faith, it's something that you can't see. And yeah, there's things like that. Things such as death. We'll never understand death, to be honest. Or even life, we'll never really understand. we don't really know why we're on this planet. Like, why are we alive today? And why not someone else?
There are lots of things we will never have answers to. And I feel like as humans, we try to have answers to everything. We have to have an answer to one of the few things that never get answered, like, why do bad things happen to good people?
Well, it's hard to predict the future. In the future, we might come close to understanding secrets of life, but they are, at the moment, beyond our perception, I think.
Thank you so much for listening in. I hope you've enjoyed hearing everyone's messages. And if you do have any questions, the podcast has an Instagram at Messages from Earth. And to keep posted on the following episodes, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, until next time, take care, stay safe. Bye.